Hello, this is a really big welcome to Decky and to Elin in second grade. This is your music class for the first week that you were online for distance learning. And it's kind of like last spring, but every once in a while, every week, I'm going to be sending you a little movie like this, but it's also maybe an assignment on Seesaw. And we did this last spring, and so you're probably familiar with that. Before we do anything, I want to tell you that I miss you and I love you, and it's so glad that we're going to connect. And every week or so, I'm going to either have a Zoom call with you or a phone call with you, to a Zoom meeting or a phone call to just connect with you to make sure everything's doing okay. And also, I'm going to be sending you some FIAD activities to do, kind of like last year. You will get an activity log, which is a little sheet where you're supposed to write down every day of the school week some activity that you did to get some exercise. Maybe 20 minutes a day would be great. If you could write that down and then just send it back to me in 2 weeks. You don't have to do it every single week, but that's for FIAD, and I'll send you some different activities to do, give you some different ideas. You can do whatever you want for that, but I will give you some ideas in case you want to try and do that. And you could do those FIAD ideas also with Elin and with Eli also. It might be kind of fun to do things with somebody else instead of just doing something by yourself. Today, I want to first of all show you a song that we've learned in the classroom, and it's called Stay Apart. And it's talking about social distancing, and it's talking about how it's a good idea, at whether at school or at church or at the grocery store or at Target or wherever you are running errands with your parents, to stay a ways away from other people. And so we don't spread our germs and they don't spread their germs to us. And it goes like this. Remember, my finger's up here first, ready? And this is what it goes like. Stay apart. And you repeat, stay apart. Again, listen, my turn. Stay apart. Your turn. Stay apart. So let's put those two together. My turn first. Stay apart. Stay apart. Your turn. Stay apart. Stay apart. Next part goes like this. When at school we have to stay apart. Your turn. When at school we have to stay apart. Your turn. My turn again, sorry. Stay apart. Stay apart. Stay apart. Stay apart. When at school we have to stay apart. When at school we have to stay apart. So I'm going to sing that song with some other kids on a tape. And every time we say the word stay, I want you to do this with your hands. And we say apart, this is what we're going to do with our hands to kind of remind us we're supposed to be keeping some distance from other people. So it's going to look like this. Stay apart, stay apart. When at school we have to stay apart. Stay apart, stay apart. When at school we have to stay apart. And then it gets a little bit faster and a little bit faster and a little bit faster. So it's a super simple song. It just reminds us of some good rules that we're supposed to be following. And I'm going to turn the music on and sing it with me. And we're going to march and sing along and grab Sydney and Eli, and maybe they can do it with you. Hang on just a minute. Stay apart, stay apart. When at school we have to stay apart. Stay apart, stay apart. When at school we have to stay apart. A little faster, we're going to march with this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stay apart, stay apart. When at school we have to stay apart. Stay apart, stay apart. When at school we have to stay apart. A little faster this time. 1, 2, 3. Stay apart, stay apart. When at school we have to stay apart. Stay apart, stay apart. When at school we have to stay apart. A little faster. 1, 2, 3. Stay apart, stay apart. When at school we have to stay apart. Stay apart, stay apart. When at school we have to stay apart. One more time, even faster. Stay apart, stay apart. When at school we have to stay apart. Stay apart, stay apart. When at school we have to stay apart. I'll be right back. Now, if you remember, last year when we were in first grade, every once in a while we would go around the room and we would say our names and we would clap them. I would say them and then we would repeat them. And then we would say, think about how many syllables there are in each name, whether that's one syllable or two syllable, how many parts there are to your names. And then we would either say ta or tt. If it's kind of a walking syllable, if it's not very fast, we would say ta. If it's faster, we would say t, 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 t. I'm going to repeat just a few of them. And I want you to, my fingers are up here. I want you to repeat after me. Elin, 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 Elin. Ta, 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 ta. Decky, 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 Decky. Ta, 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 ta. And depending on how many parts there are to your name, your syllables, that makes a difference in how you're going to say it. And if you say it fast like TT or ta, let's do a couple of them. I'm going to do a few of your friends at school. Let's see here. Danny, 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 Danny. Ta, 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 ta. Jake, 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 Jake. Here's something new, somebody new. Avery, 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 Avery. Ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, depending on how we say their name. My turn. William, 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 William. Ta, 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 ta. Bryce, 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 Bryce. Ta, 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 ta. Let me think somebody else. Let's see. Emmy, 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 Emmy. Ta, 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 ta. And I have an assignment for you this week. I would like you to take a piece of paper and maybe with your mom or your sister or brother, Eli or Sydney, write down some family members' names. Maybe a grandma, grandpa, or your aunts or uncles or nieces or cousins or your pets, and write down their name and think about how many parts or how many syllables are to their name. And and then I want you to, when you say it out loud, decide if those are tas or TTs. And I want you to practice those because next week we're going to do something a little bit different with those names. Hang on to your slip of names. This time, I just want you to write the names down and I just want you to figure out if it's ta or ta, 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 or t, 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 t. Decky's last name, if I put your whole name together, it would be like Decky Tuft. Decky Tuft. It'd be ta, 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 ta. Elin would be Elin Rydell. Elin Rydell. And it might be Tita, 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 depending if you say your syllable fast or slow. And so you can practice with those names. One other thing I want you to do, I'm going to be sending your moms and dads a link to turn on the computer and listen to a book. It's a read aloud book. And the very cool thing about this book is that the person who's reading the book on the little movie that you're going to watch is the author. And if you remember, an author in a book is the person who came up with the idea and wrote the words and wrote the story all by themselves. They didn't copy from anybody else. They came up with the idea by themselves. And remember, the illustrator, anybody remember what that is? The illustrator of the book. Anybody know what their job is? The illustrator is the person who makes the pictures. Maybe they paint them or they draw them and they get printed in the book. And this is a very special book. It's called The Day We Began, The Day You Begin. And again, when you turn on the movie, the cool part is the person who's reading the book is the person who wrote the book, the author of the book. So you get to kind of learn a little bit about that person. And the illustrations are very cool. And there is a little, kind of like a little I Spy part of this book. Every time she turns the page, not every page, but a lot of the pages have a ruler on it. And if you remember what a ruler is at school, it's one of those sticks that have different numbers on them, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And sometimes they use them for math problems. Sometimes they use them in art projects, but for a straight edge. And the illustrator who put all of the hard work into the photos, or not the photos, but the artwork and the pictures in this book, every few pages, he made sure that there was a ruler somewhere on the page. Not every page, but every once in a while. And at the very end of the book, the author who was reading the story to us will explain why that person decided to do it. It's a very clever idea. Then I'm going to be sending your mom and dad a piece of paper that looks kind of like this. And the book talks about being fabulous. And another word for fabulous is special, very, very special. And you are going to have something to print out, and it's a page to decorate. And you can write on part of it, and you can decorate it very colorful with another part. And the first thing it says, my name is Decky. You're going to write your name in, or my name is Elin, and I am fabulous because, and here's your chance to write down 1 or 2 things that make you fabulous or very, very special or unique. And then you get to color it and decorate it. And you can do that sometime this week. It doesn't have to be the very first day that you see this, but decorate that page. And then I would like your mom or dad to take a picture of that, you holding your page, and you can send it back to me. And I want to see what you wrote down and how you decorated it. And I want to see how you think you are fabulous and you're very, very special. That's what fabulous means. And I want to see a picture. So your mom and dad can either send that back to me in Seesaw, or they can email me a picture, but I'd love to see that. And that is our whole assignment for music this week. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'll be sending you a message every Monday, and we'll be connecting probably next Wednesday. I'll check to see if you understand the assignment. Do you have any questions? Okay. Have a great day. Bye.